In early 2024, a story crossed borders from the streets of Accra to the markets of Nairobi and forced a difficult question. How does modern technology change consent? At the center of the storm is one man, a Russian online creator identified in reports as Vyacheslav Trachov, known on social platforms by several aliases. What started publicly as travel vlogs has, according to multiple reports, become an international scandal of secret recordings, online distribution, and ruined lives. Investigative posts and local reporting say Trachov used smart glasses, similar to the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, to record first-person footage without the knowledge or consent of the people he filmed. Videos were allegedly posted to mainstream platforms for reach and to paid channels for profit. Outrage erupted when clips and screenshots began circulating widely on social media. The online ripple became a public crisis when people began recognizing friends, family members, and co-workers in the footage. Victims reported intense social stigma, family conflict, and calls for action from activists and civil society. The story illustrates a new form of digital exploitation, where consumer hardware and social media monetization combine to turn private encounters into content and profit. Governments moved quickly. In Ghana, the Cybersecurity Authority announced an investigation and warned that sharing or distributing intimate recordings without consent is a criminal offense under the Cybersecurity Act of 2020, an offense that can carry prison terms and fines. In Kenya, legal experts point to the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act and the Data Protection Act as possible grounds for prosecution, with both criminal and civil remedies available. Legal teams and activists have emphasized two key points. First, that non-consensual recording and distribution of intimate material is not merely unethical, it is a punishable offense. Second, that even when content is deleted, the damage, reputational, emotional, and social, can live on in screenshots and re-uploads. Authorities in both countries urged victims and the public to report materials and avoid further sharing. Alongside verified reporting, a number of unverified and inflammatory claims circulated online, including allegations about Trachov's health and statements attributed to family members. These claims spread rapidly on social media. However, they remain unconfirmed by independent officials or medical records and should be treated with caution. Responsible reporting demands distinguishing proven facts from sensational, unverified material. So what could the legal consequences be? In Ghana, the Cybersecurity Act criminalizes the non-consensual recording and distribution of private or intimate material. Punishments range from fines to imprisonment. In Kenya, the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act and the Data Protection Act provide for criminal charges, civil claims for invasion of privacy, and remedies through the Data Commissioner. Penalties can include fines and imprisonment, depending on the severity of the offense. Beyond law, survivors need support. Activists and women's rights organizations are calling for coordinated legal aid, psychological support, and privacy clearing assistance for victims. They also urge digital platforms to move faster to remove non-consensual content and to cooperate with investigators. For any victim watching or listening, the advice is clear. Preserve evidence, note links and screenshots, and report the material to local authorities and platform abuse teams. This case is a stark reminder that consumer technology, which allows us to capture the world, can also be used to harm it. As influencers and tourists travel, the ethical responsibility is simple and non-negotiable. Respect people's privacy, seek consent, and never monetize someone else's life without permission. The law can punish wrongdoing, but cultural change and platform accountability are the real long-term solutions. The investigation continues in multiple countries, and the story remains a global test of how societies protect privacy and human dignity in the digital age. If you or someone you know is affected, contact your local authorities, the Cybersecurity Authority in Ghana, or the Data Protection